QB DIY. I picked this toilet up. Yeah, I'm pretty frugal. I picked the toilet up, had my gloves on, brought it home, cleaned it up. It's cleaning up really good. A little mean green. So one of the common things, well, actually three things is the reason why people get rid of a toilet. Probably the most common thing is that it just don't flush as good as it used to. And that could be, it could be your parts in here are getting wore, but most of the time, it's clogged hose at the bottom inside the rim. Put my mirror up in here. Maybe you can see this. Let's see if I can find one. Okay, so around this rim is a hose, and where the water flushes out, it comes out. There's one. So what I've seen, the most common thing is that these get clogged with calcium, and all your hose is not 100% being used. Only just a few of them. I mean, most of them, 75%, or maybe it starts getting to where there's only a half of them's clogged, and eventually more than that. So what people do is think they just need a new toilet, and they go get one. That's the most common thing that I've seen. The reason why these people goes and gets a new one. There's a lot. I mean, you gotta get a plumber in, or if you got somebody that knows how to put a toilet in, you got to get a wax ring. It's a little bit of a work to it, and a lot of times when you pull up, sometimes your floors are rotten. You got to replace that. So at the time, people says, "Well, I'm just gonna go get a new toilet." You're pretty reasonable. And then the one that I've not ever seen is maybe you got a cracked bowl or something. It took a hard lick, so you replace it. And then, like I said, some people just won't go get a new toilet. But this one, I'm going to show you what I do. Of course, I cleaned it all up, sprayed it down, got my gloves on, and cleaned it up. So now what I'm doing now is I'm taking fencing wire. It's something stout, something that has a little of a backbone to it, and that's like electrical fencing, electric fence wire. So it's thick and strong. It's got a backbone. So what I do is go up in each one of these holes, and I find these holes, and like I said, I got a mirror, and you just run this up in them. Maybe a trivia question: how many holes are in the bottom of a toilet? Maybe somebody can come up with that, and I probably will. So can you guess how many hoses in the bottom of these things? Is it standard, or it depends on how big of a toilet it is? Yeah, I could maybe. But so as I'm going around, so this problem with this one, on this side, these were clogged up. Real heavy calcium. There's one, as you can see how it looks clogged up. There's a clogged one. See the calcium? There's a clogged one. There's one that's unclogged. But this one is really hard with calcium, so these are not working. Now, I've been trying to work on this one as I was saying, you know what, I'm going to do a DIY on there and show y'all. So I get all these unclogged, hey, if it flushed good at first, why don't it flush good? No, I mean, it doesn't change in the mechanics of it. So what could it be? A low flow of water flow that you have, your water pressure is bad? No. Could it be your mechanics up here? Sometimes, but more than likely not, you're going to get leaks from up here. And all these have changed over the years. You have the ball float that comes up and down, old school. Now you got these types. But 9 times out of 10, it's these clogged holes down here in the calcium. So I'm going to unclog these. It might take me a little bit, just to work with it, but they'll eventually unclog, so I'll show you that. All right, folks, I got one that's really clogged up, so what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a jackhammer. That's what I'm going to use. Oh, no, I'm just kidding, folks. Don't use a jackhammer. But I am going to use something that's got a little bit more backbone, this punch. So, sometimes the old, my wire is just kind of bending. I'm in a tough spot right around in this area right here. All right, folks, we had to break out the heavy artillery down just a little bit. Yeah, we got something this kind of. So I'm gonna hold the mirror. Oh, there you go. That's it. And I got it. Awesome. That's good. I think I can do the rest. Let's see it. Yeah. Got a hose started in it. I got about three hose clogged up, folks. Right there. All right, Ron. All right, folks. That's how you do it, right there. Man, appreciate that assistant by my son Ryan there. So this is what I went after you get them hose started. I mean, yeah, we had about 3 clogged up. We could have left it, but at this point I was that far. So, and then here in a little bit I'm gonna run this water through it and show you that water coming out. So my question is, let me ask my son, how many hose do you think's in the bottom of that tank? Look right here.
I have somewhat of a guess because I've seen it. If I wouldn't have known, I don't know what I would have guessed. But knowing,
it's that
far. Wait, let Ken's guess first, because she don't know.
Y'all take a guess.
Let Ken's guess first, because she is taking a totally blind guess. How many holes are in the bottom of that
now,
to let the water come in?
There's holes all in the bottom of this, and that's where the water, when you flush it, the water comes out there and goes down.
What do you guess?
85.
85. See, I would have guessed something that high too, but I saw them in there, and they're spread out pretty much. So I'm gonna guess 12.
Whoa, that's one extreme to the next there, ain't it? Okay, so like I said, I guess, yeah, I would have probably thought there was about 50.
Okay.
But now I counted them, so I cheated. So the answer is, there's 27, but there's 2 big holes. Look, the biggest hole's right there, the water comes out. So there's a total of 27. 25 smaller holes and 2 bigger holes.
More than I thought.
Now, I don't know if it's standard on every toilet, folks, but it depends on, I don't know, because all toilets are about the same.
But now when you're laying in bed, you're sitting there and you're thinking, I wonder how many small holes are on the underneath rim of my toilet.
There you go.
And then you got to get up and you wake your babies up because you're trying to put your head in there, and you get your wife to come in there and hold your legs up.
Yeah.
You get your head down in there to see, and she's not strong enough, so then you got to call your dad over. You don't have to do that now.
So I kept counting the same one over and over. So how do you keep from not counting the same one? What do? You
got to mark it.
So you can mark it right here with a Sharpie and go around. Or in my case, I stuck this thing up in there like that, and went 1, 2, 3, and counted all the way back around. So it doesn't matter, you can mark them.
Good idea.
But yeah, folks, there you go. But anyway, 100%, about 90% of the time people get rid of their toilets because they don't think it's flushing as well. Well, of course it's not, because these hoses get clogged up, so you're not getting a good flush. It's not the mechanics, it's not just an old toilet. It's water's going to flow out one way or another. Now, if your water pressure is not as good as it used, which is rare, then that could be a problem. But not 90% of the time or better, it's these hoses get clogged up. So now you have to just take you something and unclog these hoses. And like I said, most of them are pretty easy to get, but these around here are really calcified, so they've been clogged up for a long time. All right, so I hope this helps you. And remember, keep Christ first in your life. Without Him, you cannot make it, folks. God is good. And as always, thank you and God bless.
I wondered so
There you go.